As we move away from the Sun, we leave behind massive bodies like planets and satellites. The planets are at a great distance from each other, distances that are counted in hundreds of millions and even billions of kilometers. As we move further away from the solar system, the distances between the planets become greater and greater. Until recently, we thought the solar system was just 8 major planets and the Sun, including Pluto, which was classified as a dwarf planet. We were wrong. The solar system is much larger. Today we will go beyond Pluto and what Voyager 1 has reached. We will travel in our ship of thought to the limits of the solar system. It is believed that the solar system has a diameter of more than 1.5 light years, as far as the influence of the Sun and its magnetic field reaches. We are in the Kuiper Belt. It is a circular stellar disk of icy objects, which begins the orbit of Neptune and extends beyond Pluto, up to about 50 astronomical units. Here we can find Pluto and other dwarf planets such as Haumea and Makemake. We are also found in short-period comets, with orbits of less than 200 years. Halley's Comet is one of them, and one of the most famous. In this photograph we see it in all its splendor, captured in 1986. It approaches the Sun and the Earth every 75.3 years, and we will not see it until the year 2062. So with a little luck, a human being could have seen it once or twice in his life. Although it was originally located in the Oort cloud, more than 50,000 astronomical units away, it has been periodically attracted by gas giants, and its orbit has been reduced. Comets are objects composed of a large amount of ice, dust, and rocks. This means that when they approach the Sun, their materials are sublime and show us their majestic hair. This characteristic tail of ionized gas is always opposite to the direction of the Sun. Going into its depths, we see that it carries a lot of water, dry ice, ammonia, methane, iron, magnesium, sodium, and silicates. Comets may have provided some of the water and elements essential for life on our world and other planets. In ancient times, they were considered bringers of catastrophes, bad omens, and battles. The human being has always extrapolated his miseries and problems to the rest of the universe. The truth is that the universe is neither benign nor hostile to our passions, it is simply indifferent. Comets are like heavenly angels subject to the celestial tides. For science, it is the waste of the solar system, converted into a snowball of organic material. Creators of life, but also of destruction. If a comet crashed into the Earth now, it would wreak chaos and destruction. Beyond the Kuiper Belt, there are more foreign bodies. Until a few decades ago, they were shrouded in darkness. We are approaching Sedna, one of the most distant objects catalogued in the solar system. It is currently more than 13 billion kilometers away. That's more than twice the distance from Pluto. It has a very eccentric orbit, with an aphelion that is calculated at 937 astronomical units, and a perihelion of about 76 astronomical units. It is classified as a post-Neptunian object, with a diameter of about 1,000 kilometers. Its orbit brings it closer to the Kuiper Belt and further away to the inner Oort cloud. It gives off a particular reddish color. It is still shrouded in total mystery. Surely a spaceship in the future can tell us more about this curious world. We are approaching the most distant object in the solar system, seen by telescopes. Far out is at a distance of 132 astronomical units, more than 20,000 million kilometers from home. This post-Neptunian object has a diameter of 400 kilometers and is suspected to be covered by ice. The solar system is emptier, but it gains in variety of objects. Voyager 1, the most distant artificial object built by humanity, is about 24 billion kilometers away. The old Sunda continues its journey at 17 kilometers per second. His weak energy no longer allows him to see. Without operational cameras, it can only record outer space activity through its sensors. Its golden record contains messages to other beings in the universe, like a message in a bottle. It gives us information about who we are and where we come from. Maybe when they find the probe we will already have disappeared, and we will be nothing more than dust in the great void of space. Voyager discovered that space is not completely empty, but that our sun has created a protective bubble around us from many harmful radiations from the cosmos. Radiation from other stars, supernovae or magnetars. This area is called the Heliosphere, and its termination shock ends in about 90 astronomical units, where there is a fight between charged particles from the Sun, a flow of electrons and protons, called solar wind, and the activity of the interstellar medium. This termination shock zone, some have called the Wall of Fire. In some areas, the temperature can reach 50,000 degrees Celsius, although the density of the medium is so low that Voyager 1 and 2 were able to cross it without problems. We are now going further than the furthest artificial object we have ever built. Beyond this zone, solar activity calms down, and we give way to the interstellar medium. Although we have not yet left the solar system, the Sun continues to exert its influence. More than 30 billion kilometers from home, an ice giant similar to Neptune hides that has not yet been observed with the naked eye, but it disturbs the orbits of objects in the Kuiper belt. It has been called Planet 9. This hypothetical world would have a diameter similar to Uranus and Neptune, between 26,000 and 52,000 kilometers. At a distance of 200 astronomical units, with an orbit that would exceed 15,000 years, an ice giant where at this distance the sun's rays are insufficient to illuminate it. Darkness awaits us on this planet, and will surely approach us in the future. We still don't know the consequences it can bring. 50 billion kilometers from home, 100 billion kilometers. We are entering a denser area. 450,000 million kilometers from Earth, we detect icy objects. Some like grains of sand, others hundreds of kilometers long. A cloud of cosmic icebergs extends beyond our sight. This region full of icy bodies is called the Oort cloud. It will take Voyager 1 more than 300 years to reach it. We are seeing the future. Billions of unknown icy objects and long-period comets come from this area. Most comets like Yakutake come from here. Their orbit ranges from 17,000 to 72,000 light-years, but as usual, the immense gravity of the gas giants has been changing their orbit. I wonder how many unknown objects from the Oort cloud will be able to visit us in the coming years, decades and centuries. And look at this object is different from the others. Its orbit and chemical composition suggest that it has been trapped by the Sun's gravity. It is an interstellar asteroid with valuable information from another planetary system. This interesting object will reach the vicinity of the Sun in a few centuries. Perhaps by then humanity will be ready to send a probe to investigate it. How many secrets can the material from other solar systems hold? The great universal machinery also sends us information from other systems. Objects continually enter and leave. We are not completely isolated. Everything tends to come together in a beautiful interaction of energy and matter throughout the Milky Way, and therefore in the rest of the universe. Even artificial artifacts from other civilizations may have been trapped by the Sun's gravity. But space is so vast that finding it will be more difficult than locating a needle in a haystack. Great treasures, relics of the formation of the solar system, are not remembered by the time cosmic archaeology is developed. We are 1 light-year from the Sun, and the Oort cloud is becoming more diffuse. There is no clear limit. The gravitational action of the Sun at this distance is already very weak. We are approaching the limits of the solar system. Some studies indicate that the Oort cloud can extend to 1.58 light-years, about 100,000 astronomical units. The Oort cloud envelopes our system in a cloud of icy objects, with a wealth of bodies in orbit around the Sun that we had not even imagined. The solar system is much larger and more complex than we believed. It is full of great wealth and a great variety of objects. As tiny, ephemeral beings, we are still beginning to understand our place in the universe. This distance is an ant's pace compared to the rest of the galaxy. Here our planet Earth should be. Our beautiful pale blue dot is no longer visible. We only see the Sun that has become one more white star of the hundreds of billions that exist on our galactic island. We are not the center of the universe, but our location in the galaxy is privileged for the development of life. We look up at the sky and millions of its luminous points appear before our eyes at unimaginable distances, waiting for us to visit them. It is a fantastic view. At this moment I wonder who I am in space and time, lost among so much immensity. There are a large number of stars. From the Earth, I could barely distinguish their colors, but outside the atmosphere they appear to us in all their splendor, with a large amount of brightness and nuances, from white, yellow, blue, reddish, and orange stars. Although they appear motionless, we know that the Sun and the other stars orbit the galaxy at different speeds. Everything moves, nothing is still. Surely many more planets have blossomed into life, and those beings have wondered, just like us, if we are the center of everything. What gods will they have? What will their culture be like, their music? Will they be trapped in their solar system just like us, due to cosmic distances? Or will they have known how to live with themselves and will explore the galaxy together? Whatever the case, their artifacts must be somewhere, perhaps on their way to our solar system, or wandering lost like drifting ships, waiting to get close to a star and for its gravity to catch them. It is difficult to decide on a destination. The space is immense, and the possibilities infinite. We still have more than 3 light years to go to the nearest solar system, Alpha Centauri, twice the distance we have traveled so far. The universe is so big that it is beyond our reach. Still, we can understand it.
Hush.